So legislation like Prop 39 and Measure G have resulted in OUSD public schools and charter schools competing for resources. How would you navigate the situation to ensure equitable distribution of resources, funding, and access to district-owned property?
Well, charter schools are not public schools. And I've been saying that now since 2012. And I can't stress that strongly enough. And that's really where I think, in a policy sense, all of these things stem from. So I'm going to say it one more time. Charter schools are not public schools. They receive public dollars, but they are privately managed. And so one of the things that we need from our school board is we need our school board to actually do their job in growing our public school system and defending our public school system, and realizing that there's a difference between public schools and charter schools, and by always prioritizing our public schools that they're supposed to represent. And so one of the things I was really involved with last year was the passage of Assembly Bill 1505 in the state of California. And that, for the first time, gives local school boards tangible reasons to deny charter schools, to deny new charter schools, and actually to use even stricter measures in deciding whether a charter school gets renewed. That's where a lot of these things, I'm hopeful that we can really start to, first off, 1505, the way it's written is, we can guarantee that no new school or new charter schools will be opened in Oakland as long as the school board fully uses 1505. And once we start to limit the growth of charter schools, we can use it to start to weed out and close our lowest performing charter schools as they come up for renewal. For Prop 39 specifically, it's another thing that I've been really involved with for the last 5 years. The problem stems from OUSD staff's utilization formula. And again, there's lots of ways to go about this, but to fix Prop 39, I want to attack it from both the supply and the demand. There will be less demand for space in our public schools under Prop 39 if we start to limit charter schools using Assembly Bill 1505. The other thing is the school board needs to make some changes for the utilization formula. Portables shouldn't be included when we're surveying our school sites for classrooms, because we have a portable reduction strategy as a district. The school board could vote on a school usage formula that guarantees every school has a library, a parent resource room, and we can move the administration out of 1000 Broadway and put those people in our quote unquote underutilized classrooms. And last thing, because it's really important that we start to understand in Oakland, is there's a reason why Oakland has over 40 charter schools and the highest rated charter schools in California, while San Leandro has 0 charter schools and Berkeley just closed their only charter school. And it's because our school board has created policies to allow them in instead of policies to defend our public schools.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So the question is, legislation like Prop 39 and Measure G have resulted in OUSD public schools and charter schools competing for resources. How will you navigate this situation to ensure equitable distribution of resources, funding, and access to district-owned property?
Yeah, this is a tough one. Well, as I said before, as far as navigation, my plan is to, be open and listen to both parties. I guess because I've worked in Oakland schools, I'm prone to want to support, one side. But at the same time, I understand, why charter schools open too. So that, yeah, that's a tough question for me to answer at this point, because I just don't have enough background information to answer that, to answer it at this point. I really I don't have enough information. I just know what I've experienced personally. And I think it's a good thing to have in place. I'm glad that there's, some competition, I guess, so to speak, but I'm not 100% in agreement with how it's done. And I definitely would be watching that closely because I don't want any more of our Oakland public properties turning into charter schools. I don't want to see that happen. I think we have enough. Well, too many really, but enough at this point. So whatever I have to do to, get as much information as I can to make informed decisions, then that's what I'll do.
Thank you. The next question is, legislation like Prop 39 and Measure G have resulted in OUSD public schools and charter schools competing for resources. How will you navigate this situation to ensure equitable distribution of resources, funding, and access to district-owned property?
Well, right now, the issue has to be made very clear that the district-based public schools, public education is where the issue is. I'd like to invite all the parents that are in charter schools back to the school, to our regular public school settings, and offer them a guarantee, offer them a solution to the issues that they face in the old OUSD. I went to the old USD. I went to the segregated OUSD. But I don't fall for that narrative that says that it's an assembly line, it's a warehouse, and that's just the way it is. No, I don't accept this. The public schools are not broken. And so they need resources, or resources and money has been taken. So all these initiatives from Sacramento, it has to be made clear that I'll go to Sacramento 2 or 3 times a week and take parents with me, and teachers and administrators, to fight, to enrich, to bring back the services and the resources to public education, not the privatization of education. Those people are in it to make money. We're in it to make honest, thriving human beings. That's the difference. We care about the soul of these kids, not their pocketbook.
Thank you.